Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio. Thank God it's Friday, and thank God college football is back. You want to talk about the Mizzou game first?
We do. The Missouri Tigers opened up, and this is typical 1A versus 1AA. Central Arkansas is still a 1AA team. They play in the Atlantic Sun Conference. But the fact of the matter remains that they being Central Arkansas, 20 fewer scholarships. Therefore, the depth, and that's what proved to be the difference in the ballgame. Central Arkansas stayed with Missouri for some of the first half. I think it was 19-0 or perhaps 27-0 at the end of the first half. Final score is Missouri 61, Central Arkansas 6, and the Tigers just simply wore down the lesser populated, so to speak, Central Arkansas Bears. So it's a good one. However, was it a Pyrrhic victory? Because Missouri's Sam Horn, who did not get the start, Bo Pribula got the start, but Sam Horn came in midway through the first period, ran one play and hurt his leg, and it looked like a rather serious injury. Left the game, came out to the sidelines a little bit later on in a full leg cast and on crutches. However, no diagnosis. They'll do an MRI a little bit later on today, but that didn't look very good. Bo Pribula, who's the transfer from Penn State, did look pretty good. He's a good running quarterback, but he also threw very well. It's against Central Arkansas. This is not the team that Missouri will play next week when they take on the Jayhawks in Columbia, and that will be a lot of fun. Anyway, Missouri gets the win 61-6.
Football is back, baby, and that's what we're talking about. You want to talk about the Nebraska?
We can do that later on.
Okay, sir. Well, also, we can talk about the Cowboys trade to the Packers.
That's a big one. That is a really, really big and important trade. Micah Parsons, who is one of the top linebackers in all of pro football, a several-time Pro Bowl All-Star, and one of the mainstays of the Dallas Cowboys defense, had a contract hassle with Jerry Jones and the front office of the Cowboys, and it couldn't be resolved. So Jones finally traded him to the Green Bay Packers, said later, Jerry Jones, we're much better off now. The Packers said, we are now the best team in the NFC. And many of the media agree. Parsons, an all-pro, he is going to the Green Bay Packers for $180 million, of which $136 is guaranteed. That is incredible. He is the wealthiest non-quarterback in the National Football League, guaranteed $136 million. Now the Cowboys do receive a pair of top draft picks coming up. They're numbers 1 draft picks, and Kenny Clark, who's a 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle. So, both teams come out on the plus side of this thing, although the Packers pick up an enormous salary in Micah Parsons, but a key player nonetheless.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. He's definitely going to have to prove his worth for a bag like that. Any surprises at the U.S. Open?
No, not really. Yannick Sinner, the number 1 seed among the men, did get a victory. That was yesterday. Iga Swiatek, who's number 2 in the ladies' competition, got a win. Coco Gauff from the United States gets a win. Some big matches coming up today and this weekend on the courts at Flushing Meadow, New York, and then the U.S. Open Championship is decided next weekend. You still have another week of competition to go. Interested to see how some of the old-timers get along in this one, especially Novak Djokovic.
What's going on with the Cardinals?
Cardinals and the Royals and the Springfield Cardinals. Royals didn't play last night, so they were idle. However, the Cardinals did. They played yesterday afternoon and eked out a 4-1 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. That ends the Cardinals' homestand. They go to Cincinnati to play the Reds. The Reds are very much in a wild card hunt. Springfield Cardinals did get a win, knocked off the Midland Rockhounds 6-3, and the Springfield Ball Club and Midland are home this weekend. Completes a homestand. Cardinals go on the road and then complete the regular season at home in 2 weeks.
Got Missouri State at the Coliseum tomorrow night. Should be pretty cool for those kids. I mean, win, lose, or draw, you're getting to play on a historic field. That's something they'll never forget.
One of the most historic venues in the world, not just in the United States, but in the world. The Coliseum in Los Angeles, the site of 2 previous Olympics and a third one coming up in 2028. This is going to be a very big deal. Southern Cal, they're a renowned team, a named team. They're a headline ball club. The Bears are a 35.5-point underdog going into this one, but the thing about it, the game is, number one, Missouri State is now FBS. That's the same division that that Southern Cal is in, along with about 136 other teams. But it does give you an opportunity to have more players. You'll have 23 more scholarships than you have in the past. It takes a while to build the strength of the team. Southern Cal will be primed and ready, and so will the Bears. They'll probably have 65,000, 70,000 people on hand at the Coliseum. But the fact is, for a first-year FBS team to be going out there and playing a headline ball club like Southern Cal, that's a very big deal. Bears will leave a little bit later on this morning to go to Los Angeles and then have a big time. And, hey, it may win or lose. It doesn't make any difference. You are out. Well, it does make a difference, but win or lose, you're out there to play the game and have fun and build from the experience.
Last night I was in heaven watching college football. Just a great return, and I think that they've done a pretty good job of setting up some pretty good marquee games to get us back into the season.
Well, are you making reference to Cincinnati and Nebraska?
Yeah, that, and then, of course, I'm going to be a homer and say K-State. And I thought the K-State-Iowa State game last Saturday
was last Saturday. That was in Ireland, and, it was a good game.
I mean, it was that one felt more like a preseason game than the one that was played last night, for sure.
Well, Cincinnati is in the same conference with Iowa State and Kansas State, and they will play those two schools. Last night they played Nebraska, which is a Big Ten conference team. It was Cincinnati's home game, but they played it at Arrowhead Stadium, which meant that almost all of the 73,000 fans, the place was packed. Almost all of them were wearing Nebraska red. Cincinnati also has a red scheme, but these were Nebraska people. And Nebraska wins the game just barely. Huskers 20, Cincinnati 17. Cincinnati was driving for perhaps a tying field goal and maybe a winning touchdown when Nebraska came up with a pick, an interception in the end zone with about 45 seconds remaining in the game. A really, really big deal. We mentioned Missouri's win over Central Arkansas 61-6. We'll find out the condition of quarterback Sam Horn a little bit later on today. Oklahoma State played Tennessee Martin. Oklahoma State 27, Tennessee Martin 7. Tennessee Martin and Missouri State will play here in town, and that is, I think it's September 20th, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's the Bears' second home game. We mentioned Nebraska 20, Cincinnati 17. Minnesota played Buffalo. That's the Buffalo Bulls. They play in the Mid-America Conference. Minnesota wins it 23-10. And one that I was particularly interested in, Delaware, which joins the Conference USA along with the Bears. This will be Delaware's first year. Delaware's a very good 1AA team. Can they play the big time? Well, they played their cross-state rival Delaware State last night. 35-17, the Delaware Blue Hens win that game, but it's a long way to go, and we'll find out. Many games coming up tonight, a huge slate of games tomorrow, including the Bears Southern Cal, Miami Notre Dame playing on Sunday night, and more big games coming up on Monday. It's
going to be hard for you. You got a bunch of tennis being played and college football at the same time. You know what I'm watching. What are you going to watch?
Somehow, I should say, we'll persevere.
I'll tell you right now, I've never been happier than when I got on to do the new streaming service last night to watch that game. You can actually split your screen into 4.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, it's going to be a great weekend. Ned, have a good one.